All right, here's the fundamental theorem of calculus homework. So homework 5.4. There's 8 questions in here, so I guess 7 you gotta do and 1 for extra credit. I think what you'll find are you can immediately come up with the answers for all 8 of these. Right? You don't need to show all the steps. What I will test you on when this shows up on a midterm or whatever is your ability to show all the different steps that I outlined in the videos. So what I would like you to do is get all the credit, right? Get all your homework, get 100% or a little bit more if you want to do them all. And then maybe go back and show the steps for as many as you need to show the steps for. So what I mean is if you are really comfortable in showing all the work that I showed in these different videos, then I don't need you to do it 8 different times. Or I mean, do whatever you want, but my advice would be not to do it 8 different times. Maybe do it 2 or 3 times, make sure you're really comfortable, and then just call it good and move on. It's worth pointing out that on some of these, the functions that they chose have antiderivatives that you do not yet know how to find. In some cases that we will never know how to find. So question 1, question 2, and question 3. I don't think you can find the antiderivative of any of these things, any of these functions in here. It's called the integrand. So you have to use the little f, capital F trick for each of the 3 of these guys. On the 4th one, it's a function you know how to find the antiderivative of. Be a little bit careful. Note that your bounds of integration leave the variable down here on the bottom. The 5th one is another one where you know how to find the antiderivative, and now instead of the bounds of integration containing a variable, like the letter x, your bounds of integration contain a function, x to the 3rd power in this case. Ditto here, except now the function in here is something you don't know how to find the antiderivative of. Similarly here, I don't believe you know how to find the antiderivative, and here you don't know how to find the antiderivative. So for a lot of these last 3 in particular, you'd have to use the little f, capital F trick. So my advice to you is maybe do 1 or 2 where you can find the antiderivative, and then maybe do 1 or 2 where you use the little f, capital F trick, and make sure that you can do both types, and make sure that you can do the type where one of the bounds of integration is the letter x, and make sure you can do the type where one of the bounds of integration is a function of x. And as long as you can show the steps on those and come up with all the answers, I think you should call this good.